Oh, the Lennon sisters.
What a
oh, and they grew.
scrapbook.
Oh, it's great.
Great
it's
video
wonderful.
scrapbook.
This is going to be an absolutely terrific night for you if you're one of those people who thinks that Lawrence Welk is just a way to spend an evening here at Channel 17. And we know that there are many of you right now, but we need to talk to you very, very seriously about something. I have to tell you, I'm Susan Hayes, this is Paul Hartman. There are a lot of people who say to us all the time that they do not believe that Lawrence Welk belongs on this station. They simply don't think it is appropriate to have something like Lawrence Welk on public television. Well, tonight, this will amount to a referendum. We have engaged in an experiment here. We brought you this special a couple of years ago. We got your ideas about whether or not we should put the whole series on Channel 17. We've done that for you. It's on every Sunday afternoon at noon for you. And now we're asking you to vote, to tell us whether you think this is a good idea. And the way you do that is simply to call one of those telephone numbers you see on your screen. Let me tell you what has to happen tonight, but it can be an extremely exciting night for those of us who think this is great music. No, I don't remember when it was on, except I was a little girl, but it's wonderful music, and it's music that brings back all sorts of terrific memories. Probably for you, certainly it did for my parents, and it does for me because I remember as a little girl growing up with the Lennon sisters. If this is the kind of way you want to spend an evening, then please help us take the 250 calls of support that we simply must take tonight to justify our decision to take a major portion of our weekend schedule every single week, every single Sunday, and bring you Lawrence Welk. If you think it's a good idea, rush to your telephone right now, light up the phone bank, and help us take the 100 calls of support that we have to take in this first message. There'll only be one other within the program in order to help do the job here. You can make a pledge of $60 a month, or $60 a year, or $5 a month. You can make a pledge of $10 a month, or $15 a month, or $12.50 a month, or whatever you think is fair. But if this is what you like to see on television, just do it right now, won't you? And let me show you some terrific thank you gifts we have for you. I'm going to explain these, and it'll take a little bit of explaining, but our volunteer operators will also be happy to tell you what the story is. For a pledge of $60 tonight, a pledge of $60 or $5 a month, we can offer you, all by itself, this LP. And believe you me, folks, it is very difficult to get LPs these days, to get regular records like this one. This is Lawrence Welk, Hallelujah, with all of his inspirational and religious music. Whispering Hope, Amazing Grace, Church in the Wildwood. That can be our thank you gift to you for a pledge of $5 per month, or for a pledge of $7.50 a month. We could send you this particular album. It's called On Tour with Lawrence Welk. It's got many of his favorites. Everything's Coming Up Roses, The Beer Barrel Polka, Old Man River, Sarah Barabin, and so on and so forth. Dozens and dozens of them. We could offer you that at the $90 level with also Volume 2 on tour. So you get both of those for a pledge of $90. Now, let me show you one more, and that is Musical Memories with Lawrence Welk. That you can select for your pledge of $7.50 a month or $90 alone when you call us at one of those two levels, two numbers there on the screen. Or, here we go, all four of them, the On Tour, the Musical Memories, and the Religious, the Hallelujah, Lawrence Welk, for a pledge of $15 a month over the coming year. We also have, just with Musical Memories, if you're interested in that one, we've got it in audio cassette. I know that's a lot to remember. That's not all we've got to offer you, but our volunteer operators will walk you through the whole thing. They've got all the information. Just rush to your telephone right now. How many have we taken?
We can't get a count because we're shy of operators.
881-4800 is the number to call in Canada, or if you're long distance to the greater Buffalo area, call us at 1-800, toll-free, 727-1017.
I can count 15 on the line right now, Susan. That means 85 to go, but I suspect we have another couple. The point is that our Lawrence Welk friends are responding. If it's taking you a second call to get through, please go ahead and do that. Please understand that we are just a tiny bit short-staffed with volunteers, but we will get your call if you dial right now to 881-4800, or if you're outside the metropolitan Buffalo area, 1-800-727-1017. Apologize. Think of Lawrence Welk, the American institution, on commercial television for 27 years, and then all of a sudden became not commercially viable. Those of us who are watching tonight perhaps were not enough to support the program on commercial television, but this institution lives on both in his music and of course physically here. And we're tonight spotlighting in this beautiful documentary, this video scrapbook, the life and work of Lawrence Welk, an American institution. What a great program. I confess to you, I've not watched a lot of Lawrence Welk in the past, and I'm fascinated. My eyes are glued. All right. Yes, we may...
we are 79 away, Paul. We've taken 21 calls. We've got to do it very quickly.
Right now, 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017 to join the many who are dialing right now to say yes to Lawrence Welk on public broadcasting. We're here for you, and this is a viewer barometer to know whether or not you support our bringing these programs to you. If not, we'll have to listen to the critics a little more carefully. We hope not to. We hope that this program, which will go on for another hour, and then a full hour of Lawrence Welk and his music follows that. So it's a wonderful celebration night. Won't you join the party? Start us off big, and we'll be able to answer those critics and continue to provide these programs for you each week. 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. Let me show you a package of 4 incredible LPs, long-playing records now for your record player, your stereo player if you want. 4 of them altogether for a $120 gift. That's just $10 a month if you'll pledge to Channel 17 tonight. This one is called Joey Lawrence and Myron. It's got such things as Beer Barrel Polka, My Melody of Love, Double Eagle Polka, Pennsylvania Polka, a number of polkas, It's a Small World, and many more on just this. Now, that's one of 4 you'll receive if you elect this premium package at the $120 level. As you can see, the second one is called Yellowbird, and it's got Yellowbird, Don't Worry, Goodnight Irene, Runaway, Mockingbird Hill, Marianne, My Love for You, Heartbreak Hotel, Harbor Lights, Love Those Eyes, Loch Lomond, and Juanita. The third of 4, you're getting all 4 of these now, if you join us at the $120 level tonight, is Moon River. Some a little more recent favorites. Moon River, Tonight, Exodus, Around the World, The Sound of Music, Till There Was You, I Could Have Danced All Night. I promise not to sing, by the way, if you'll call and pledge. At the number you can see on your screen here. I Could Have Danced All Night, You Gave Me Wings, Some Enchanted Evening, Wish You Were Here, Love Is a Many Splendid Thing, You'll Never Walk Alone, this will be my favorite. And the 4th of the 4 albums. We'll send you 4 if you'll join us tonight at the $120 level or the $10 a month level. Lawrence Welk Waltz Time includes Wedding of the Winds, Tales of the Vienna Woods, Dolores, The Merry Widow Waltz, Danube Waves, Gold and Silver, The Emperor Waltz, Over the Waves, Holiday Waltz, Southern Roses, You and You, from De Fledermaus, and Vienna Echoes. 4 terrific albums, all included in one of the options at the $120 level if you'll join us tonight. 881-4800 is the telephone number, 1-800-727-1017. If you are outside that immediate, we're 55 calls away. That means we're almost halfway there. We'll be back to the program. Another more than a full hour of the program coming up in just a few minutes if our friends and Lawrence Welk's friends will join us tonight. If you are in Southern Ontario or Western New York and you care about the Lawrence Welk programs that we provide to you each week, let alone this beautiful, beautiful retrospective, celebrate with us tonight. If you're not receiving our program guide, let me show you that. That means you're not currently a member of Channel 17. Do you know what members do? Members make programs happen. Members get the on-air program guide each and every month, and you'll be able to look through it and find the programs in addition to Lawrence Welk you want. We now have a couple of lines available if you'll dial that number. Your gift is tax deductible in the U.S. It may be in Canada if you'll just check with Revenue Canada or your chartered accountant. You can pay by charge card, by Visa, American Express, or MasterCard. You may pay on the installment plan. You may pay by a single check. You can give those numbers to us on the phone and save yourself. We've got a lovely premium, a special premium for you if you join us and charge your pledge tonight. We'll be able to send you a 1723 key ring. There are so many reasons to give. The excitement is high, and one last reason to give. We want to tell the Lawrence Welk and that family in Southern California of his that you were here tonight. We want to telephone in a wonderful response from Western New York and Southern Ontario. We want Lawrence Welk and his people to know you exploded with support for these programs. We're counting on you. There are a couple of minutes left. Won't you dial right now to the number you see on your screen? We're waiting for your call, and there are lines available at 881-4800 or 727-1017.
It's going to be a terribly, terribly exciting night, and it will be even more exciting for you and for all of us who love Lawrence Welk, who think it's a great way to take a portion of our program schedule and commit it to people just like you. But it will only happen if we can get the remaining 52 calls we now need to reach our goal in this membership message. As we told you earlier, we are looking for no fewer than 250 calls of support. What a wonderful thing that would be able to say to Mr. Welk. And he actually does write us. He writes us letters, and he thanks us over and over for bringing him back to television. Nobody else would do it. He'd been gone for a number of years. But people like you who've helped us understand that this was a good way to spend part of their television dollars, those people brought him back. We're asking you right now to help us pay for this program and help us keep it right here, despite the opposition to it, and there's plenty of it out there. We are now only 46 calls away. Please rush to your phone right now and make your call of support. Let me show you a couple of items we can offer you for your pledge this evening. At the $90 level, or $7.50 per month, we could offer you or your grandchild or the whole family this wonderful little Snuffles bear. He is just as cute and cuddly and lovable and huggable a little bear as you'd ever want to see, and he can be yours for a pledge of $7.50 a month if you're not interested in the records. Or how about our very popular chocolate truffle bear for a pledge of $15 a month or $180 a year. That'd be a great way to remember your pledge to Channel 17 and your support of Mr. Welk. He's kind of cuddly, kind of like Lawrence Welk himself. We want to remind you about the albums. Don't forget, we have a whole package of albums. We are now only 43 calls away. You and 42 others. Please get to your phone. We have the wonderful inspirational album, the Lawrence Welk Hallelujah album, for a pledge of $60 or $5 a month. We can offer you both volumes of his on tour with Lawrence Welk, with all of his favorites, When the Saints Go Marching In, Indiana, Night and Day, and so forth, for a pledge of $7.50 a month. Or we can offer you for a pledge of $7.50 a month this new one, Musical Memories with Lawrence Welk. We've never had that available before. It also comes in audio cassette, maybe for your car, and again, for the whole kit and caboodle here, all four of them, for a pledge of $180 or $15 a month. Folks, we are 40 calls away, but the man here is giving me the signal that we've got a very little bit of time left in this break, not very much time at all. Will you rush to your telephone and become one of the special people who says, doggone it, I've been wondering where Lawrence Welk was all these years? I think it belongs absolutely on public television. Why? Because it's good family entertainment, because it's good music, because it's a great way to spend your time, because it's not embarrassing and you don't have to worry about putting your child in front of it and not having them see something that you don't want them to see. If you believe that, please understand that you are not alone, certainly, but not everyone agrees with you. We need you tonight to vindicate our decision to put this venerable gentleman who has brought all of us so much pleasure and so many memories, to keep him right here on public television. Will you do it? Will you do it for Channel 17 and for yourself and for your family and for all the great memories that you have? Go to your phone now and call us with your pledge in any amount at 881-4800, or if it's a toll call for you, call us toll-free at 1-800-727-1017.
Susan, we'll get an update from you in just a moment, I hope, on how many calls we have and how many away we are from that goal. Remember that we need 250 calls tonight. We've broken it down into this break. We need 100, and we're getting closer and closer. With your help, we'll be there and on to the next program. I'm real distressed with Mr. Welk for having more hair at age 80 than I do at 29, or whatever it is these days. I forget. I ask you a question as a cook myself, as somebody who has people into dinner once in a while. I ask you if you have ever spent a lot of time preparing a meal. Let's say Thanksgiving dinner or a Christmas dinner or some such. If you've ever spent a lot of time and then had all the guests there and you had a wonderful time, you ever have the experience of you knew they liked the meal, but they forgot to say thanks? I mean, there wasn't a big outpouring of thanks. We're 20 calls away. We can do it in the next couple of minutes. They forget to say thanks, and it feels like you went to all that effort when just a couple of people raving about your meal, making that whole week's preparation, makes a difference, and that's the position we're in. We went to a lot of work to get you this program tonight. I've got just half a minute to show you this and remind you of the Hartman package here. I love this. 4 LP records. 4, count them, 4. if you'll join us at the $120 level tonight, and we've been hearing that little bell, that's wonderful. Lawrence Welk Waltz Time, and that includes Wedding of the Winds, Tales from the Vienna Woods, Dolores, the Merry Widow Waltz, Danube Waves, Gold and Silver, and more. If the second of 4 that you'll receive is Lawrence Welk, Moon River. Again, if you join us at the $120 level, you get all 4 of these, including Moon River, Tonight, Exodus, Around the World, The Sound of Music, Till There Was You, I Could Have Danced All Night, You Gave Me Wings, Some Enchanted Evening, and more. If you join us at the $120 level, you get 3. This is the third of the 4 you get. Yellow Bird, Goodnight Irene, Rock. We are 16 calls away, Susan. Can we do that in the next 1 minute?
Sure, they can.
My Love for You, Heartbreak Hotel, Harbor Lights, Love Those Eyes, etc. And the 4th album, you'll have all 4 to enjoy for months and years to come, is Joey Lawrence and Myron, and it's got the Beer Barrel Polka, My Melody of Love, Double Eagle Polka, It's a Small World, and many, many more. A 4 LP package is one of the selections you have available if you join us at the $120 level, which is just $10 a month. Won't you say yes to public television tonight? Channel 17, we've got to go away. We are 11 calls away. If you and 10 people go to the telephone right now, while we go back to the program, we won't be off track. We'll leave the number up for just a minute. We need you so much. You're part of the family. Please say yes to it right now. The number is 881-4800 or outside the immediate area, 1-800-727-1017. If you've called already, we love you. Thank you.
Public television in Buffalo, WNED TV, Channel 17.
Oh, glory, glory, hallelujah.
That was wonderful.
It is indeed. This is like This Is Your Life, but beautifully edited together and narrated by a Lennon sister. Hi, I'm Paul Hartman. I'm here at Channel 17 with Susan Hayes, asking for your support. And before we even ask, I want to say thank you to 100 exactly, believe me, brave souls and true, who said yes the very first time we asked tonight for people to respond to the Lawrence Welk retrospective here. We have another half hour of program here to go, and then that'll be followed by an hour-long Lawrence Welk program. It's on a night of celebration, and it's up to you. We have, as you may remember, we have a goal of 250 pledges around the retrospective. That means we need to do it one more time, 100 more pledges in this particular break, and hopefully having 50 following the program. 150 pledges to go. Maybe we can take care of it in this break. It's really up to you. Whatever you want to do, we hope that you will say yes to public television and the very Channel 17 that brings you Lawrence Welk tonight, a celebration of an American institution. The telephone number is on your screen. You know the request, and so we are going to spend a little time showing you some of the very special premiums in this break that might be yours if you join us at the higher levels, at any level at all. We ask you to register your support so we can tell Mr. Welk and the Champagne music family in Escondido that you care enough to have called tonight. We hope you, 100 more, will call right now at 881-4800 or outside the Buffalo metropolitan area, 1-800-727-1017. If you join us at the $60, $90, or $180 levels, I have some gift premiums available for you. And by the way, you will receive a full sheet listing of premiums available to you after you have pledged, and when we send you that pledge packet with the remittance envelope so that you don't have to select on the phone tonight, you'll be able to select at your leisure. But if you join us at the $60 level and want to hear the Hallelujah orchestrations, this album includes Battle Hymn of the Republic, Take My Hand, Precious Lord, Church in the Wildwood, Love Lifted Me, The Lord's Prayer, Peace in the Valley, Amazing Grace, Hallelujah, Just for a Closer Walk with Thee, Whispering Hope, How Great Thou Art. What a wonderful, wonderful, inspirational album this is, the Lawrence Welk Hallelujah album, and we send that to you if you join us at the $60 level and say yes to that. Or you might be able to join us at the $90 level. That's a $7.50 a month as opposed to $5 a month if you pay by installments. And you have a couple of options here at that. The Musical Memories with Lawrence Welk. It includes If I Loved You, Let It Be Me, I Want a Girl, Just for a Closer Walk with Thee, Fantastic, That's You, Stars Fell on Alabama, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, Oh Happy Day, and Jolly Polka, and This Is My Country. Oh, geez, I want to sing, Susan. I promise not to. That's at the $90 level. Or you might have at the $90 level a pair, Volume 1 and Volume 2 of On Tour with Lawrence Welk. Volume 1 includes just some of the following. I won't read all of them. Beer Barrel Polka, Old Man River, 1812 Overture, On the Road Again, New York, New York, In the Mood, Music Man Medley, etc. If you join, and part 2 of that, volume 2, at the $90 level, again, you get both of these. When the Saints Go Marching In, Make the World Go Away, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue, Indiana, P, Night and Day, St. Louis Blues, Queen of Hearts, Lover, Sway, South Rampart Parade. Wonderful albums, $90 for this, or $90 for this, or $60 for this. Special deal for you, all four, if your gift is $180 or just $15 a month. Whatever level you join us at, and we are 79 away from accomplishing that goal. You and 78 others at any level, whether the 180, the 90, the 60, the $35 basic level to get our program guide, whatever level, register your support so we can tell the Welks it's up, that you have come through once more. We need you so much to make sure that we can answer the critics who say this doesn't belong here. You and I know it does. Susan does, and we have an update coming from her. 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017.
We are 78 calls away, Paul, and we can get there, and we can only get there with your help. You know, Paul's absolutely right. I can't tell you, probably a half a dozen letters have come across my desk from Lawrence Welk. Now, obviously, he doesn't sign every single one of them, but he writes them. He writes them to the public television stations that carry his program, and they are as heartfelt as his program. They thank us. They thank the people out there who are interested enough to call and make pledges of support around Lawrence Welk. They are wonderful things to read. I cannot tell you what you, if you're a member of Channel 17, have done for this gentleman in giving him a place on television. Nobody else would do that. And nobody else, by the way, but public television. Channel 17 here in Western New York and Southern Ontario can have the latitude to do that, to go out and take what really amounted to a huge risk and bring Lawrence Welk to you. Everybody doesn't like him, but you do, and that's why you're the person who really has to stand up and be counted and to say, time out. Everything on television isn't for me. I have now found one place where I want to be. I've found a program that I love. I watch it every Sunday, or watch it every Sunday that I can at noon. There it is for you on Channel 17. Did we take a risk in buying it and putting it there and getting all the fees associated with it? You bet we did. Are you taking a risk by paying for it? Of course not. You're protecting a program that you love very, very much and that can be there for you in the future if you'll become one of the special 26 people who have called in this message to help make it possible. That puts us 74 calls away. That's you and 73 other people. Don't worry about them. Worry about your own vote right now at 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. Let me show you some more albums we have for you for pledge levels of varying amounts. I should first of all say that you may have noticed that it's becoming more and more difficult to get LPs. You almost can't. The major record producers are only now producing compact discs and audio cassettes. We have managed to put our hands on these, and these can be a permanent part of your collection for your pledges tonight. We have 4 of them, 4 complete LPs of Lawrence Welk himself for a pledge of $10 a month. If you can pledge at that level, let me show you what you can get. You can get Waltz Time with Tales from the Vienna Woods and Southern Roses and the Emperor Waltz and on and on and on and on. There are 12 selections there. You can also choose, in addition to that, Lawrence Welk Moon River. That, of course, has Moon River on it. Tonight, I could have danced all night. These are the romantic songs. Wish You Were Here, Love is a Many Splendored Thing, You'll Never Walk Alone. That's not all. You'll also receive, for your pledge of $10 a month, the 3rd album, Lawrence Welk's Yellow Bird, which has Goodnight Irene, Loch Lomond, Juanita, Heartbreak Break Hotel, Mockingbird Hill, and so on and so forth. And finally, the 4th album you get for that pledge of $120 tonight is Lawrence Welk and Myron Flowen and Joey Schmidt. There they are, the Beer Barrel Polka guys. There they are with their accordions. Beer Barrel Polka is on here, Pennsylvania Polka. This is an all-polka album. There you have it. You have polkas, you have the romantic songs, you have the waltzes, and you have another selection of various tunes from Lawrence Welk, all for a pledge of $10 a month. But I'll tell you what, I'm getting a little bit nervous. There's some people who are not answering phones right now, and we really need them to be taking your call. We are still 69 calls away. We can do that in the remaining 2 or 3 minutes or whatever we have left. I'm not quite sure. Not very many. We can do that if you will go to your phone right now. Think of the patriotism you felt tonight when you watched that last segment. Think of the good feelings you had. Remember when you used to feel that good about all the music you saw on television, and now it's Lawrence Welk there for you every single night. It is your kind of television and your kind of programming. Do what you do with anything that you cherish. Protect it tonight with your individual pledge in any amount. Call us at 881-4800 now, please, or 1-800-727-1017.
We have 36 calls in and 63 to go for this particular pledge break. Of course, that will include 100 from the last one. Exactly 100 came through. Thank you to all of you 136 who have called so far, and 60... Did I say 64 to go?
64 to go.
64 to go yet in this membership opportunity. We're extremely eager for you to call one of the wonderful volunteers tonight. Super volunteers from Clutch Artists in Buffalo and from the Friends of Western New York Public Broadcasting. Anybody not on a phone? How about hey? Terrific people who have come out to give an evening of their lives. Now, you and I understand that giving away our time is frequently, always, I think, far more difficult to do than to write a check. It's so much easier to give of ourselves that way, of a little stored-up energy in the bank. Won't you do that? These folks have come out to give a whole evening of their lives to public broadcasting. Lots of these folks have been here for other evenings of their lives. They give so that you and we can be watching programs like this Lawrence Welk video scrapbook. Doesn't it bring the memories back? What else on your television set, whether you are broadcast only or cable, what else is available for you tonight? Nothing. This is what you picked right here on Channel 17, and you'll find yourself finding that true once, twice, 3 times a week. You say to yourself, that's not enough to warrant a contribution? That makes you a regular viewer of public television. Regular viewers, there are a few of us who sit down and watch all evening sometimes and many times during a week, but there aren't very many of those. What public television is designed to do is bring you very special things to very special interests that make you unique, make you different than mass man, if you understand, mass person, mass woman, mass person. I got caught in that syntax, it's obvious. Whatever the case, we have some special interests that make us unique. One of yours is Lawrence Welk. It's being served tonight on public television. Will you reward that? Will you say, I pay for services? Will you say $5 a month makes it less than $1 a program for great shows like this that I watch? Maybe 50 cents is what it turns out to per program. Oh, but you say, I don't have to pay that. It's there for free. Guess again. You and I know far better than that. Unless you and I make it happen, it won't be there. You know that. You're a socially responsible person. I know you are. Probably pay every time the church asks, or the American Red Cross, or some other charities, and this isn't even a charity. We're paying for services rendered. We ask you to dial right now, 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. We need to hear from you. Susan is showing me we're 47 pledge calls into the membership opportunity, 53 away. What is this signal? It means turn it upside down so I can show it from the director. Thank you, Russ. If you join us at the $90 level and you have a cassette machine, then this audio tape is a possibility for you. It is the same as the LP, but it is on audio cassette, as you can see. If you join us at the $90 level, that's available for you. It's on both sides, and again, it includes If I Loved You, Let It Be Me, I Want a Girl, Just a Closer Walk with Thee, Fantastic, That's You. And then on the other side, can you see? Stars Fell in Alabama, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, Oh Happy Day, Jolly Polka, This Is My Country. Wonderful gift premiums, and again, you don't have to decide tonight that what your premium will be. We'll send you a full list along with your pledge packet. Just register your support tonight. $35 one-time gift makes you a member of our station, and we'll send you our on-air program guide each and every month. That means you're a full member of our station. I'm going to take that away, but you'll be getting it so you can look through it every month, and you'll know what's on public television so that you can plan your viewing. Won't you dial right now, 881-4800. There are lines available. I see 6, 7, 8 lines available. 1-800-727-1017 is the number. If you're outside the Buffalo metropolitan area, we have wonderful gift premiums that Susan and I are describing for you. More wonderful ones you'll see on the premium list. We make it as easy as possible. Maybe you'll want to bring your Visa, American Express, or MasterCard to the phone and complete the transaction. If so, we have a wonderful little charge incentive for you. It's a Channel 17 and 23 key ring, and you'll be able to have that as a special. Oh, nice shot. I love it. Art, that will send that to you. If you charge your pledge tonight, you can put your keys on that and register your support in public. Won't you dial now? The number is on your screen, and we need you. Where are we, Susan? It's 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. I'm counting on you.
We are about 45 calls away, Paul, but we have got to get back to the program very, very quickly. I'd like to say something to you. If you have asked yourself night after night, why do I have all these channels, or why do I keep flipping around and not find anything else, anything for me, answer this question tonight. Did you find something here tonight for yourself? We took a whole evening, an entire evening of the most important membership period of our entire year, and dedicated it to Lawrence Welk because we believe you'd be there for Mr. Welk and you'd be there for the music that you love. 60 people in this message and 100 in the last message have been there. If you are not a member yet, please go to your telephone and become one of the last 40 people in this message to keep us on track. These goals are so critically important. We want to be able to say to Mr. Welk, quite literally, we do that. We report our figures back, that 250 people around his special in Buffalo and Toronto and Southern Ontario, Western New York, all throughout our broadcast area said that this was a great way to spend a television evening. It's up to you. Do what you can. Go to your phone right now. Take away one of these great premiums. Take away the program guide at the $35 level, but take away the satisfaction of knowing that just as you have all of your life, you are now supporting something that you believe in. Call Channel 17 with your pledge right now at 881-4800 or 283-3117. Once again, let me show you the 4 albums that we have for you. That's right, you heard correctly. 4 albums. You almost can't get albums anymore. Of Lawrence Welk, all Lawrence Welk music that we have for you. We've got the polkas, we've got Walk Time, we've got the romantic Moon River album, and we've got also this sort of whimsical Yellow Bird album. All 4 of those for a pledge of $120 tonight or $10 a month. Now we are only 35 calls away. Let me suggest to you that there is plenty on television that you don't want to spend your time with, and I don't blame you. It's not worth it. Tonight, if you found something you do want to spend your time with, don't you have to stand up and support it? I hope so, especially when you understand that there are no commercial sponsors here supporting Channel 17. You don't ever see a commercial on Channel 17. What we do is we come to you a couple of times a year around a program that you like and ask you to come forward and protect it with the best insurance policy you can possibly take out. And that's a membership pledge at 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. That final number is a toll-free number. You can call it from Southern Ontario. You can call it from anywhere in Western New York. It's a toll call for you. We are now, what, about 30 calls away?
About 30.
We are about 30 calls away. We're going to take you back to the program because we know that it's time to do that. But will you do this? Normally, when we stop talking, naturally, you go to the program and you watch it, and the phones stop ringing. That cannot happen tonight if we're to be able to justify the expenditure of dollars that it takes for us every year, or every week, to bring Lawrence Welk to you. Will you ring a phone in the next minute or two as we go back to the program? You'll still see the telephone numbers there. We'll keep them up for a while. Will you do that? It's not a usual pattern, but if you will go to the phone with your individual call, I know 29 other people will do that too, and we will reach that goal. For those of you who've called, thank you very, very much. For those of you about to enjoy still more, much more to come of Lawrence Welk this evening, please be one of the final 28 people we need in this message. We can get there even into the next minute or two of the program, and you won't miss very much at all. You'll enjoy it even more as a member if you'll call now. Do it now, won't you, at 881-4800 or toll free at 1-800-727-1017, and thanks.
Public television in Buffalo, WNED TV, Channel 17.
Oh, and thankfully, none of us have to say goodnight to Lawrence Welk.
Right.
Not yet. We've got a whole nother hour program for you tonight of Lawrence Welk. We promised an entire evening, and that's what you're going to get. Let me very, very quickly update you. No doubt you've been with us and looking at our progress toward creating a sensation tonight in Western New York and Southern Ontario, a sensational membership outpouring of response that we can pass along to Lawrence Welk himself. It's absolutely true. We started out looking around this particular special, TV's Music Man, Lawrence Welk. We started out looking for 250 pledges of support. Now that number, thanks to some wonderful people, is only 70. we have this opportunity in which to get those 70 calls before we take you on to another full hour of Lawrence Welk. That was a nice retrospective and taking you back over the years. Now we'll take you to the current series, which you watch, no doubt, every week on Channel 17. I'm Susan Hayes. I'm here with Paul Hartman, and once again to visit with you and ask you to take the good feelings that you have right now, and they are many, aren't they? They're a feeling of patriotism, and you just feel upbeat and positive and good, and you're singing the old songs. Take those feelings and translate them into more feelings like that with Lawrence Welk here on Channel 17 by making your one individual membership pledge of support. Maybe you think out of 250 pledges tonight around this special that your one pledge doesn't count. You couldn't be more wrong. Every single one of those pledges came in one at a time. Why don't you go to your telephone right now and make your pledge at 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. Now, don't go anywhere because there's much more of Lawrence Welk to come. You aren't through yet, and we aren't through talking to you, not for just a few minutes here, and we only have a few minutes, talking to you about the need for you to become involved as a participant, as a contributor to Channel 17 on behalf of Lawrence Welk. It's just what you think television should be. We think so, too. We took a big risk bringing it to you on a regular basis and these special programs, and we're asking right now for your help to keep it happening. By calling one of those numbers and making your membership pledge, you can do that. We have taken 5 calls. We are now only 65 calls away. That's you and 64 other people. Let me show you something which I think is the best bargain going tonight. I mean, Sears has nothing on us this week. This is absolutely terrific. We've got four Lawrence Welk full LPs for you tonight that we can send your way for a pledge of $120. That is $10 a month, and you can pay it in that fashion. We have the Lawrence Welk Hallelujah album with all the great inspirational songs he sang. The Lord's Prayer is in here, Love Lifted Me, Take My Hand, Precious Lord, Peace in the Valley, Amazing Grace, Whispering Hope, Just a Closer Walk with Thee. That's the first album that you can receive tonight for a pledge of $120. Oh, I'm sorry, $180, $15 a month. We can also send you there on tour with Lawrence Welk, Volumes 1 and 2. They include Old Man River, On the Road Again, New York, New York. I didn't know he did that. Music Man Medley, Love, You Needed Me, Beer Barrel Polka. It also includes When the Saints Go Marching In, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue. Kathy Sullivan does that one. Night and Day, St. Louis Blues, and so forth. South Rampart Parade, all of the wonderful things that he did on tour. And that's not all. You'll also receive this Musical Memories album by Lawrence Welk. If I Loved You, I Want a Girl, Just a Closer Walk with Thee, Stars Fell in Alabama, Smoke Gets in Your Eyes, Oh Happy Day, Jolly Polka, This Is My Country with Norma Zimmer, Good Grief, the Lennon Sisters are on here, all of your favorites, Tom Netherton, all 4 of those for a pledge of $180 or $15 a month, and Paul's got an even better bargain down there probably for you as well, depending on which albums you already have in your library. Right now, tonight, make sure you have in your video library through Channel 17 in the coming weeks and months ahead, Lawrence Welk right there for you. We are the only people with the nerve, the only people with the bravery to go out and bring this program back to you, and Lawrence Welk is grateful to public television for doing that. Will you help? We don't care about the gratitude. We care about paying the bills for this program, so it'll be there for you. Will you do it now by making your pledge at 881-4800 or toll free? Call us at 1-800-727-1017.
We have 22 calls in and 48 to go. What a great feeling this is. And by the way, you may see that I'm like the lady who poked away her
her wig.
Her wig. Yes, that's what happened to me tonight. I was just poking away as we were watching. I want to remind you that public TV is pay TV on the honor system. These programs are not free. We can't bring them to you without the support of the public who watches. And if you watch 1 or 2 or 3 programs a week, that's 50 or 100 or 150 programs a year. That we suggest to you gently, but forcefully, I hope, requires your support. If we don't have your support, we don't get the additional matching grants that come from businesses and foundations and even governments, because they want to know first and foremost that the audience is supporting the service. We'll have an update on how many of you have called in just a moment. I hope your city and town, your household is represented when Susan tells us that. Won't you dial that number, 881-4800, or in the outlying areas, 1-800-727-1017. We need to hear from you so much, and it is so literally within our grasp to reach that 70 pledged level in this membership opportunity. I want to show you, just in case you are realize the LPs that we had available, I wanted to show you a little something else here for just a moment, and this is the great Channel 17 tote bag. It is so neat to see these in the mall with people carrying their shopping in them, or knitting, or racquetball things, or which is what I do, or books, or any kind of thing that you need to tote around. Grandbaby, maybe. No, I don't think so. Anyway, this is a wonderful tote bag, the Channel 17 tote bag with the good strong straps. It's a burlap and very handsome, I think, with the 17 logo and WNED. It's available to you if you join us at the $7.50 per month level, or that would be a $90 annual gift. It's just possible that another little person in your life, maybe the center of your universe, a grandchild, might also like to have a Channel 17 tote bag. Here is Big Bird and some friends from Sesame Street, and your little grandson or daughter might have his or her very own WNED Channel 17 tote bag, and that's available to you if you join us at the $60 level, or $5 per month. Going back to Susan for an update, it is so critically important that we make this goal tonight, both so that we have the funds to continue providing these programs to you, and so we can tell Lawrence Welk what's happened in Western New York and Southern Ontario, and so the programs continue throughout the week. Perhaps you're concerned about Sesame Street and other programs that you know are good for your kids and grandkids, and that's why we're here. That's the genius, the glory, the quality, the excellence of public television. It only happens if somebody like you says no to apathy and yes to donating a few dollars. Donation, in a way it is. Paying for service, that's where we are. Won't you dial that number? We'll go back to Susan here. It's 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017.
We have taken 28 calls of support. Folks, we are only 32 calls away from the goal that we set that comes right out of the budget and what this program costs. The goal for this program, that is to take 250 membership calls, I don't seem to be able to say that, of support tonight around Lawrence Welk TV's Music Man. And don't dare move. Don't go anywhere, because we have a whole other hour of Lawrence Welk for you. You know, as you think about the reasons, as I think about the reasons that you should call, it seems to me the best one is the way you felt many, many mornings after you tried to find something on television, and what you discovered was cop shows and shoot-'em-up shows and things that didn't challenge you at all, things that didn't make you feel very good, a lot of violence, a lot of things that were sort of bad, that didn't uplift you at all, that were cynical, that you wouldn't dare let your children watch. And you talked about those the next morning with your friends. We are now only 30 calls away. You talked about those with your friends, and you said, gee, it's too bad there's nothing to watch on television. Well, you don't feel that way tonight, and you're not going to feel that way tomorrow. You're going to be dancing the polka all the way to the breakfast table. You're going to be singing the old songs. You're going to be thinking about what a wonderful evening you spent with Channel 17. And you spent it with a man who has made patriotism and good values and good music and good fun and family entertainment and family values the core of his entire musical career. That's not important to everybody, but if it's important to you, please go to your telephone right now and make your membership call of support so that we can just continue to do what it is we're in the business of doing, not making dollars, not making a profit, but bringing you programs like Lawrence Welk. Go to your phone now, won't you, and call us at 881-4800. We are so close. We are only 28 calls away. 28. You and 27 other people can do it if you'll go right now. Let me show you my little friends here that are great to watch Lawrence Welk with. They're very warm and cuddly, as he is. Here is our little chocolate truffle bear, which could be our thank you gift to you, or maybe one you'd like to give to your child or grandchild. He is available at the $180 level of support, or $15 per month. He's not quite big enough to hide behind. Shong Shong, our big panda bear. There you see him. I'm about to lose a little stuff. Can you help me there? Thank you. This is Shong Shong, our panda bear, which stands about 18 or 20 inches high. She is just as lovely as she can be. She has real suede paws on all four of the little paws there. She is not for everyone. She's at a pledge level of $25 a month or $300 a year, but she well may be just the premium gift for you. And we've also got to show you at the $90 level, our little chocolates, not chocolate, but our little Snuffles polar bear, just the sweetest, cuddliest bear around. That's about all you can say about him. He just speaks for himself for a pledge of $7.50 per month. We are so very close. We are 23 calls away. 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. We are going to take you on to Lawrence Welk in just a couple of minutes. But please, in those couple of minutes, we can reach that goal. Can we do it without your help? Obviously not. Now is your turn. 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017.
I have just two things to say, Susan. One is I want to very briefly show this excellent premium at the $120 level, and then I'm going to violate our principles a little bit and be real slow with you and tell you something. $120, if you join us at the $120 level, remember you might get 4 of these LPs, one including Yellow Bird, Don't Worry, Goodnight Irene, Runaway, Mockingbird Hill, Marianne, My Love for You, Heartbreak Hotel, Harbor Lights, Love Those Eyes, and others. Another of the 4 albums you'd get is Joey, Lawrence, Myron. And it includes all the polka songs. Barrel Polka, My Melody of Love, It's a Small World, Pennsylvania Polka, Accordion Man Polka, and others. The third of the 4 albums you'll receive is Lawrence Welk, Waltz Time, and that includes things like Tales, selections like Tales from the Vienna Woods, Dolores, The Merry Widow Waltz, Danube Waves, Southern Roses, Holiday Waltz, The Emperor Waltz, Over the Waves, and others. And finally, the Moon River album, Tonight, Exodus, Around the World, The Sound of Music, Till There Was You, I Could Have Danced All Night, You Gave Me Wings, Some Enchanted Evening, Wish You Were Here, Love Is a Many Splendored Thing, and You'll Never Walk Alone. We are just 22 away. If you join us at the $120 level or $10 a month, that's available to you. Let me tell you something very quickly. I saw a lady on the news in Louisville, Kentucky once. She was 100 years old, and the reporter said, "What do you ascribe your long life to?" She said, "It's this. I remember a poem all my life. I've remembered this poem." And it goes like this, 4 lines. Count your night by stars, not shadows. Count your days by smiles, not tears. And in this troubled world of sorrows, count your life by friends, not years. We're counting our life by friends of public television and of Lawrence Welk. If you go to the phone right now and dial 881-4800 and pledge your friendship to the program that we're about to see in 30 seconds, we can continue to provide it for you. We still need 20 pledges. Let's not fall short. You're not going to let us fall short. I know you're not, because you count your life in friends, not years. The number is 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. If you've already called, you're neat. Thank you very much. And if you haven't, we need you. Thanks.
Public television in Buffalo, WNED TV, Channel 17.
I love it. Doesn't it bring back the memories?
Great. Beautiful.
And as Susan and I are, as television people, sitting here watching and saying the production values on these programs are just beautifully done. Hi, I'm Paul Hartman, and this is Susan Hayes. We're here to enlist your aid and actually to offer you a wonderful opportunity. That's how I think of it. Some people say, how can you beg for a living? I don't beg for a living. I share a great opportunity with people who understand value. And I think that's you. If you enjoy the Lawrence Welk programs tonight, if you've been with us through the evening, you know what a marvelous evening it has been in celebrating this American institution. And it's not over. There is another full half of this program here, and but we won't be here. This is our final opportunity to talk with you about Lawrence Welk and your participation in public broadcasting. We're asking you in this last couple of minutes to dial the number you see on the screen and say yes. If all evening long you've been saying, well, maybe, now, will you say yes? Our great volunteers tonight are from Clutch Artists, huh? How about you? Yes? We'll see those in a moment. They're super, super people. They are ready. They have given up an evening of their lives for public broadcasting. Thank you, folks. You've been good company. And they are semi-literate. 2 or 3 of them can know all their letters. No, they know I'm kidding here. They're good folks, been good company tonight, and they want to take your pledge. They have stood in for you in giving their time tonight, and they want you to call. We need 50 calls more. We've almost made the 250 that we had that we needed for the first part of this program. We have 50 left now total to make in this membership opportunity. You and 49 other people will put us home free and get our first night of Festival 89 off to a roaring good start. Will you dial a number on your screen? You've been thinking about doing it. If you have not been receiving our program guide each month, we invite you to join us so that we can send that to you so you know when Lawrence Welk and other great programs are on Channel 17. Won't you dial 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. If you join us at the $120 level, one of the premium options you have, a premium is our way of saying thank you to you, a tangible way. One of the options you have, and you'll have a whole list to select from, are 4 LP records. And Susan and I have been talking over the evening about how hard it is to come by LP records anymore. You have 4 of these from Lawrence Welk, including Yellow Bird, and let me just read a couple, 3 songs from each of these 4 records that you would receive if you asked for it at the $120 level or $10 a month. Yellow Bird, Don't Worry, Goodnight Irene, Harbor Lights, Love Those Eyes, Heartbreak Hotel. That's in Yellow Bird. In the album called Joey, Lawrence, and Myron, you might, that's the polka album, Beer Barrel Polka, My Melody of Love, Double Eagle Polka, Hoop-de-Doo Polka, Pennsylvania Polka, I love saying that, Hoop-de-Doo Polka, Accordion Man Polka, Clarinet Polka, a Lichtensteiner Polka, Helena Polka, and It's a Small World. In Waltz Time, this is the 3rd of 4 albums you would receive, Wedding of the Winds, Tales from the Vienna Woods, The Merry Widow Waltz, and others. And on Moon River Tonight, Exodus, Around the World, The Sound of Music, Till There Was You, I Could Have Danced All Night, You Gave Me Wings, Some Enchanted Evening, Wish You Were Here, Love Is a Many Splendored Thing, or You'll Never Walk Alone. We only have a very few minutes before we need to go back to the program and watch the end of this Lawrence Welk program and the beautiful production values that we've had. Susan's going to tell us how many calls are in. What she can't tell you is, we can't get you to do is go to the phone yourself. We can do everything else for you. We can take your name and number. We can take your charge card. We can send you a wonderful gift premiums, including a charge incentive if you charge your pledge on American Express or Visa or MasterCard tonight. What we can't do is physically dial the phone for you. You know you love the programs at any dollar level at all. We need to hear from you. Won't you dial 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017.
This is quite literally your last chance this evening to say to us here at Channel 17, to say to Lawrence Welk, who, believe it or not, absolutely true, keeps very much in touch with the pledge results that come into public television stations around his program, and to say to the folks who initially went out and made the negotiations for this program to be on Channel 17, to say to all those people who can bring this program together for you tonight, to say to them, this was a good decision. An entire night of Lawrence Welk is a wonderful idea. An even better idea, and one that we bring you every week, is the weekly series every single week, right there on Sunday afternoons for you on Channel 17. 25 people in this message have decided that that was a good decision, and they are willing to put up a few dollars of their discretionary income to support it. Are you? Please do that tonight. We looked at some goals tonight. We said, goodness, we've just got to meet these. We literally fell about 6 pledges short of our 250 that we needed for TV's Music Man, the special Lawrence Welk that we brought you earlier. We are now looking for the remaining 50 pledges that we simply have to make this a blockbuster evening, and you can be one of those pledges. I'll tell you, if you don't make your pledge around Lawrence Welk on Channel 17, I can't imagine that you ever will make a pledge, because I don't think there's any program that you feel quite as strongly about, do you? I hope that makes some sense to you, and that you'll go to your phone right now and call us at 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. Let me remind you that you don't have to go away empty-handed. Of course you won't. You'll go away with a bunch of songs in your head and in your heart, but you can also take away a tangible gift as representative of your pledge to Channel 17 tonight for a pledge of $5 a month. We are 20 calls away now. Pledge of $5 a month, we can send you Lawrence Welk Hallelujah. This is just a beautiful album. It's got all of your inspirational favorites on it: Whispering Hope, Just a Closer Walk with Thee, Battle Hymn of the Republic. My father would love this. Peace in the Valley, Amazing Grace, Hallelujah, The Lord's Prayer, Love Lifted Me. That's for a pledge of $5 a month. For a pledge of $90 a year or $7.50 a month, we could send you either this album, which is Musical Memories with Lawrence Welk, including If I Loved You, Let It Be Me, Just a Closer Walk with Thee, Oh Happy Day, This Is My Country with Norma Zimmer. You could have that for a pledge of $7.50 a month, or both of these albums called On Tour with Lawrence Welk, Volumes 1 and Volume 2, for a pledge of $7.50 a month or $90. They include When the Saints Go Marching In, Make the World Go Away, St. Louis Blues, gee, what else? Everything's Coming Up Roses, Beer Barrel Polka, and so forth. Or for a pledge of $15 a month, still precious little to pay, for your pledge to Channel 17 on behalf of Lawrence Welk, you can take away all 4 albums for a pledge of only $15 a month. We are only 16 calls away. It can happen. You can do it if you'll go to your phone right now at 881-4800 or 1-800-727-1017. I'm looking over. We've got some people rushing to the phones right now. If you're calling, don't stop calling. Someone will answer your phone just as quickly as we possibly can. This could be the best statement of all for Lawrence Welk on Channel 17. This could be the cannon fodder that we need, the ammunition we need to go to PBS and say, you see, this was a good decision. To say to the people who write us letters and say, oh, why do you have Lawrence Welk on Channel 17? To say, because these people want it and they're willing to support it and it's good and should be there. And to say to Lawrence Welk, hey, you're welcome on Channel 17. Public television loves you. Go to the phone right now and call us and make that happen, won't you? At 881-4800 or 1-800, toll-free call, 727-1017.
We are now 15 calls away, Susan, and only a couple of minutes before we need to go back to the program. That's what we all dial in Channel 17 for, is programs, not pledge opportunities, but you understand we only take 2% of our airtime during the whole year to do this, and think of what commercial television would be like if it was only 2% commercials, right? You are responding in wonderful numbers. I think you're neat. The Lawrence Welk audience is proving itself to be a highly socially responsible group of people. People who say, I understand that services are not free and television is a service. People, I suspect, your neighbors, the people who are filling this phone bank, this is wonderful. I am impressed with you, with this audience, and it continues to come in. But people, you who are calling are understanding that we pay for commercial television in the products that we buy that are advertised on there. A portion of those products we buy goes to pay for the advertising that goes to pay for the programs. And you know they spend $80,000 sometimes on a gown on some of those. Can you imagine that? But we're a little more frugal with our dollars here. We're providing you programs at rock-bottom dollar prices, but the highest production quality. Won't you dial right now and say yes to public television that has said yes to Lawrence Welk after 27 years? We are continuing to provide it. God bless you. You're neat. 881-4800 is the number, or outside the immediate metropolitan Buffalo area, it's 800-727-1017. Let me remind you very briefly about the premium offer at the $120 level. If you can make that $10 a month gift, let's do that, can you? We'll hear the little ding-ding, the button, the bell, if you join us at the 120 level. And one of your premium options is this 4-record set. We have put them together, and as Susan has said a couple of times tonight, it's just darn tough to get LPs anymore. So if you want Lawrence Welk and you have a stereo or record player and not this new CD equipment and things like that, then you better move quickly to get some LPs. At 120, we offer you 4 LPs, including Yellow Bird, that has songs like Goodnight Irene, Don't Worry, Mockingbird Hill, My Love for You, Harbor Lights, and so on. The second of the 4 is Joey, Lawrence, and Myron, and those are names we know, huh? With the Beer Barrel Polka, My Melody of Love. We are 4 away. Keep calling. Let's go over that number if we can. 4, you and 3 others will put us to the level, and we need to go over if we can. But this includes My Melody of Love, Hoop-de-Doo Polka, Double Eagle Polka, Accordion Man Polka, a number of polkas. The Lawrence Welk Waltz Time album includes Holiday Waltz, Southern Roses, Danube Waves, Gold and Silver, Dolores, Tales of the in a Woods, Wedding of the Winds, and others. And finally, the Lawrence Welk Moon River album includes the title song and I Could Have Danced All Night, You Gave Me Wings, Some Enchanted Evening, Around the World, The Sound of Music, Till There Was You, and more. 4 great LP records, and they're hard to come by anymore. We have laid in a stock for you if you can join us at the $10 a month level. 8, we are at that number. It is now, whether the number of pledges that we go over is the joy that we express to Lawrence Welk and his people in Escondido, California. We have less than a minute to go. Is that right, Susan? You'll need to tell me here. I can't see. 881-4800 is the telephone number. 800-727-1017 in the surrounding area. You are incredible. You are neat. You are willing, like some of our audiences for other programs are not so willing, to stand up and be counted. I think this is just incredible that this audience, this wonderful audience, has this outpouring of love. No, don't say, Hartman, you equate money with love. I don't. I do not, specifically do not. But you and I know that you can love something and support it and nurture it. And it does take dollars to buy these programs and get them on the air. The insurance company doesn't take our gift of love back to them to pay for that, or the electric company. We're 1 minute remaining. And
1 minute remaining. We're at 60. Let's see if we can get to 75. Let's see if we can do it. We've got a minute left. Got to use that up and then go on to Nightly Business Report. But let's see if we can get to 75. I can tell you, if we can do that, it will be a tremendous outpouring of support for Lawrence Welk this evening. You can do it. You can do it if you care enough to support what you know you don't get anywhere else. There's a reason Lawrence Welk isn't on commercial television anymore. You heard the story earlier this evening. He was taken away, then he had to go back and produce the show himself and put it in syndication. It just didn't seem to be commercially profitable. We don't care here at Public Television. It doesn't have to be commercially profitable. It only has to be appreciated. And we only need people like you who do appreciate it to help pay for it. Not profitable, but it sure is enjoyable. And here at Channel 17, we're not after profits. We are after bringing you the very best programs we can. If you found it tonight, let's see if we can get to that magic number of 75. We've gotten to the goal, and that's terrific. You're wonderful to get us there. We've only got about 30 seconds left, I think. Right, folks? 881-4800, 1-800-727-1017. We want to say a very, very big thank you to every single person who's called and made a pledge tonight. We want to say thank you to our volunteers tonight who are from Clutch Artists and from the Friends of Western New York Public Broadcasting Association. Yay. They have done a terrific job. They are still taking calls. I'll tell you what, we'll lock the door. We won't let them leave. If you'll keep these phones ringing as we go into Nightly Business Reports, if you'll keep the phones ringing, we'll keep the number up. Here's the deal. We'll make sure they don't leave, and we'll take your pledge. If we can get to 75 or 80 or 85, that would be terrific. And I'll tell you what, Lawrence Welk is liable to send a personalized letter this time with his signature in ink to Western New York and Southern Ontario.
Susan, could we flash the number at the end of the program? I bet Russ would do that for us.
Certainly.
We'll flash the number where we come out, so you'll know if we made it to 75 or beyond. It all depends on that person right there.
That's right. Thank you very much to everybody who's called. Keep calling.
Public Television in Buffalo, WNED TV, Channel 17.